golf trip started in 1979 in Myrtle Beach. John initiated the trip. We used Earl Green's van.
Yeah, that was right. There were 7 of us.
Correct.
And named those 7 would be me, Jerry, Dig, my brother Pat, Joe Hockvine, and I can't remember the others.
Chuck Barron's,
Chuck Burns, that's it.
Bobby Brinkmeyer,
Bobby Brinkmeyer.
who has never been on another trip.
Yeah, no, not since then.
So those were the original 7.
And this is at Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach. I think it was 7 hours to Myrtle Beach, and everybody drove an hour. We drove all night, and we got to the place that Ding booked, and it was a block cabin type of resort.
Yeah, it was very special.
Yeah, very special indeed. So that was the first trip, and then the second trip was to Houston Woods. The second year.
I think so.
I'm going with Houston Woods, and I remember who was in our cabin, but I can't remember who was in your cabin. So
How many did we have that year?
Well, that's what I'm not sure about. So in our cabin, it was Uncle Bill and I, Freddie Stone, and Chick Burkham. And Doc showed up, I think it was about midnight, and brought a sleeping bag and slept in the sleeping bag. But I'm not sure if he was, I think he was supposed to be in your cabin, but he stayed in our cabin that night.
I probably told him to.
Golf doesn't matter. Camaraderie and good times.
Yeah. So we did Houston Woods for a couple of years. And I'm
Was it just 2? I thought it was maybe like 3 or 4.
Yeah, the Houston Woods. Yeah, I think you're right. And it just kept building. Senior was probably on the 3rd or 4th year, but it was kind of small at that point in time.
We did have good times at night. We
still
entertained
do.
all of Oxford those years. And then after that, we was that when we started going up to
Then we went to Portsmouth, Shawnee State Park in Portsmouth, Ohio.
Yeah, that was for a
And,
long time.
and we did that probably for 10 or 12 years.
And that time, those nights, we entertained women. That was really good.
So we found Sarah's the first year we were there. So when we started going to Portsmouth, we would play golf at the Vineyards. And then we'd drive to Portsmouth, eat at Sarah's and check in at Shawnee State Lookout Park. And we hooked up with a guy, can't remember his name, but he was a member at the Elks, and he's the one that got us connected with the Portsmouth Elks. And that was good because it was a good course.
Yes, it was very nice.
So at that time we were still going just 3 days. And then I'm going to say after about 1985 is when the Portsmouth Cup actually began. And that was in Portsmouth, Ohio, obviously. And at that time we probably had 20 to 24 guys on the trip.
You know, we had cabins
Yeah.
at the park, and they were stuffed full of people. And there was some entertainment at those times too.
Yes. We always managed to entertain ourselves. And anyone else who wanted to be entertained. So the Portsmouth Cup started off as Larry Brinkmeyer as captain and myself as captain.
Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, that was for the first 4 or 5 years. And Larry never won a match. So I came up with the idea again that we should start having new captains. So I have not been a captain since. Larry was the first captain. Not sure who his opponent was, but Larry won that year. So then Larry retired as captain.
Well, I don't know if there's one story that sticks out in my mind, but there's been a lot of stories, a lot of good times. Basically, my story is I'm the losingest captain ever. I think I've lost 10 times, and I got 1 win. So that's basically my story. I'm the losingest captain ever. Thanks very much.
And then we continued on that, and it was 2 out of 3 years, or you won twice, something like that. But that was taking too long. So years later, we said, you win and you're done as captain. So that made it a faster process. So just about everyone that goes on the trip has been captain.
Do we have
And this year it is Paul Demaray and Dave Lunsford.
And how far back do we have a list of those captains?
I have no idea. Mike Roble might have some idea, but he would be about the only one.
It wasn't fun if you didn't win. because then you have to do it again.
Yes.
And then maybe again. It just kind of went on until you won. And thank goodness when I was a captain, I won the first time.
One and done.
One and done. That was me. Of course, there was a lot of us that did that.
Has played in this golf trip. How many years? I mean, at least 45.
I'm paying you.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, and that is what makes it special, is that he doesn't have any fucking clue how long he's been playing this golf trip outing. And
Well, that's where you guys are going, right?
Because those brain cells are
Yeah,
dead.
he's going on the...
damn right.
Too much drinking.
The best memory I can remember is when your brother, Donnie, played with Jenicky, and who was the other one? David. And David drank a fifth of booze while playing golf because Donnie and Jenicky were already at 14 and they weren't even on the first green yet. That's the best memory.
And then not long after we started the Portsmouth Cup, Senior came up with the drugstore list. And that was a lot of fun because the captain would pick on Thursday night. Or no, then we were going Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we would pick on a Friday night. And there would be a lot of hoopla as Senior would read from his drugstore list about each individual player. And then I do recall, to the best of my knowledge, there's only been 3 people that have lost 3 times in the Portsmouth Cup and have never won. And those 3 people are Tony Bramble, Michael Bruce, and Ted Bruce. And I'm not sure if that's the order, but they have not won a Portsmouth Cup. So when everyone has been captain, we'll let them play again and go from there. So one of the
Man, we wanted to get that on here.
One of the neat things we do at on the golf trip though is we do honor all of those who have passed and been on the trip. And I would guess that we are now up to about 14 or 15 people. This past year we just lost Rusty and Steve Jenicky. And I think the first was Freddie Stone.
Probably.
Yeah.
If he wasn't the first, he was the second.
Yeah, so Freddie was, he had diabetes, and he was not real old when he passed away. I know it was Chick Burkhart, Uncle Bill, and then from there, we got into the younger guys, so there's...
When we, how many years did we go up to Portsmouth?
So I'm going to say Portsmouth was 12, maybe even 15 years.
It was a long
Yeah.
time.
So the golf trip where we started doing state park, etc., was 1980. So you say now it's 46 years. So I'm going to say Portsmouth was 15. Then we did go back to Houston Woods for a year. We had a problem with the date. 1 year we went back to Houston Woods and we returned to Portsmouth again. And then we ran into scheduling problems at Portsmouth, so we went to Buck Creek State Park.
That's what I was going to say.
And
Buck Creek.
how many
That
years
was
do you
at
think?
least 2.
Oh, I'm going to say 4 or 5.
4 or 5 sounds right to me.
Yeah.
But it
yeah.
seemed like we always ran into weather troubles.
I agree.
was
It seemed like it was always a little colder, a little windier, and a little rainier.
Probably started 20 years back, 25 maybe. Been through some good ones. Buck Creek up there, that was a good one with the windstorms and the rains one year. Finally got to play actually at Portsmouth for 1 year. It was the last year we went there. Kicked Mikey Pruce's ass.
And then after Buck Creek, John found great accommodations, but the golf course was a half hour to 45 minutes away in Bardstown, Kentucky. Taylorsville Lake.
Taylorsville, yes.
That was our third stop.
No comment. What happens in Portsmouth stays in Portsmouth or Lexington or wherever it is we go.
I just want to say we need to go in town one more time. Yes. I like Doc's idea. Yes.
And like I said, all the houses had hot tubs. It was nice accommodation.
It was very nice.
Yes.
Very.
But we had one of our members leave Bardstown, Kentucky, heading back to the Taylorsville, which was east, and he ended up going west and ended up in Louisville.
He was the
I will
designated driver. And so then we had, what, 8 or 10 years at Duckers?
And at least 10 years at Duckers. That was the nice. They were new apartment type condos. The golf course wasn't great, but they had a bar there that we loved.
It worked out well because our accommodations were right on the golf course.
Yes.
So we just walked out the door, our carts were already there, and we were ready to go.
But we played some good golf courses besides Duckers, which was the Big Blue and the Wildcat. They were the University of Kentucky golf courses. So they were nice courses. And then after Duckers, well, because they closed the course, we, that's right. Yeah. So I guess that's how we ended up in Peninsula.
I'd like to see my buddy Ted get there, but it's not looking good for him. But and I'm sorry that Kevin can't make it in this year.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's all about the camaraderie. And having a little beer, sitting around the campfire and telling stories and things like that. So looking forward to it. Gonna have a good time.
Which is where we are currently.
That's right.
And I would say we're about 7 years at Peninsula now.
That many.
Well,
I'm
close
sure
to it,
glad
yeah.
you were here to tell all this because I
Well, I thought you were going to be my backup.
I chipped in.
All right.
You're not so well.
Anything else you guys want to say now about this long tradition, just encapsulating the whole experience we've had of 45 plus years anyway?
Well, it's been a blessing, and we have all become brothers in this golf trip scenario.
It's been great. And I just appreciate everyone that has gone on the trip and been part of it.
Grateful I am to be in this group, and how it was a godsend to find all you guys. And I haven't been 50 years, but maybe I'll last 50 more. But it's a great time with you guys.
You crazy fucking golfers doing this shit for 50 fucking years. So blessed. I started when I was 21. I'm 56 now, so that's a while.
what year is it? 2026 Portsmouth trip. Everyone should come. It's a great time. We drink too many beers and we hit too many golf balls.
The thing I noticed is the group of guys were all really fine athletic condition in Portsmouth. And ever since we left Portsmouth, that fine athletic condition has left everyone. So I really think we should go back to Portsmouth to get our youth back.